when we're looking to try and identify who has a comparative advantage in producing one good over the other, we need to think in terms of how much we're giving up. It's all about opportunity cost. And so when we're talking about who has the comparative advantage in producing X, it's always expressed in terms of how many goods Y do I give up in order to produce X. So for A, they're going to give up 4Y for every 1X. For B, in this case, they're going to give up 8Y per 6X. So then we have to look and see who has the lower cost, because the opportunity cost is essentially the price. So who can buy X at a lower price? And in this case, we can see that 8/6 is less than 4. And so B can produce good X by giving up fewer Y. And so B would have the comparative advantage in producing good X in this example. So we'll go ahead and circle B here as the comparative advantage for X. When we look at the second option, again, we're going to talk about producing X in terms of how many Y per X I'm giving up. So country A is giving up 4Y per 3X, and country B is giving up 12Y per 6X. And so we can see then that in this case, B is essentially giving up 2Y per X. A is giving up less than 2Y per X. They're giving up 1 1/3 Y per X. And so A is able to produce good X at a lower price. They can essentially purchase X at a lower cost than B. So in this case, A has the comparative advantage. When it comes to option C, again, we're going to look and say country A can produce good X at 4Y per X, 4Y for every 8X. And for country B, it can do 2Y per 6X. And so we would see here the ratio 1/2 Y per X versus 1/3 Y per X. 1/3 we know is less than 1/2. So in this instance, B would have the comparative advantage in producing good X. And then A would have the comparative advantage in producing good Y.